All right, you know they're packed to the nines and buying on pay-per-view when this man makes the walk. He is Jorge Game-Bred Masvidal with respect to Colby Covington. This is the king of the 305, but he needs a win tonight.
He needs a win, John. He's got to get his hand raised because popularity lasts, but it tends to falter whenever you aren't winning fights. Masvidal needs a win right now, and how do you do that? For Game-Bred, he's got to use his boxing, he's got to use his footwork, and he's got to use his conditioning to allow for him to get a victory. Most important thing for this guy tonight is getting his hand raised.
Yeah.
And he needs to be one of the best fighters in the world in order to do that.
And oftentimes he is fighting the best guys, just given his name value, his high-profile status in the UFC. But Jorge Game-Bred Masvidal really could use a big W here in this big spot tonight. Well, even dating to his time on The Ultimate Fighter, DC, back in 2015, you got the sense very early on that Kamaru Usman could be something special, as he has always put it. I'm a problem. He's a champion. He's a real problem.
Yes, he is a problem because he has a pace and pressure that most guys can't handle. We saw it in the RDA fight. We saw it in the Woodley fight. And because his wrestling is so smothering, as he showed in the Moraes fight, his striking opportunities open themselves up. Kamaru Usman, as you say, J.A., is a real problem for anybody at 107.
And he's a loyalist. He has been true to his coaches, Henry Hoof, Greg Jones, and everybody else. Kamaru Usman has realized the dream, and he'll try to take it to the next level here tonight.
Let's keep it up.
Kamaru Usman, ready to reward his supporters once again here tonight. Our tale of the tape for this welterweight championship fight. The veteran voice of the Octagon, Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC welterweight championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, Jorge Game-Bred Masvidal. And now, introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting the former UFC welterweight champion, Kamaru, the Nigerian Nightmare, Usman.
Herb Dean, our third man in the octagon for this one. All right, we are underway with this stand-up-only fight. As we remind you of the rule set here, no grappling or wrestling of any type. Fighters also cannot do any follow-up strikes on the floor. May the best man win, and we are underway. Well, you know about the offense, but how about the defense? Overhand blocked by Game-Bred. Well, he keeps going back to the well with that left hand, just out of range. All right, so 1 minute into the fight, and I'm not sure these fighters realize that we got 3 or 5 rounds tonight.
No feeling out process at all. The moment this fight started, these two gentlemen were ready to knock each other's heads off.
All right, so a quiet, pedestrian start to this fight, DC. Maybe too much respect on both sides. What do you see?
Too much respect, and you saw it in the build-up. They were hugging at the weigh-in. You don't really stand after you take a head kick like this. That is such toughness to even be on his feet right now.
pretty good recovery by the opponent after getting stunned pretty good. Gotta capitalize on those opportunities.
I mean, you can't wait for these opportunities. You don't get them as often as you'd like. So when you get a guy hurt, you gotta find a way to finish the fight.
Masvidal's head kick looked like that one was blocked. All right, so now blood is a factor. You see that he has been opened up in that eye area.
Yeah, he's got hit in the eye, and now there's a cut. But it's nothing to worry about too much now. Back and forth we go. These two guys are trading huge shots.
Massive head kick. Oh! Beautiful combination. All right, so another swing and a miss, and I'd imagine if your gas tank is this low, you gotta find times to try to preserve that energy and get yourself back to a place where you can actually dole out some damage.
Yeah, you gotta get out to space, find places to rest and recover. Get against the octagon, go to the clinch, find ways to just recover so that when you have that next explosion, it actually has to be.
Accuracy on that punch right there. His opponent's compromised, DC.
It's one thing to land a hard shot. It's another thing completely to land a perfect shot. And that was a perfect shot.
Kamaru Usman with a huge shot! Well, he was setting up the hooks early and often tonight. Watch for him to try to set it up again here.
Great block there.
Oh, and there's that hook again, but this one is blocked. Five minutes in the books. So there is the horn, standing ovation from this capacity crowd. Near knockouts by both fighters. Probably the best round we've seen thus far this year.
Oh, man, this is the best round of fighting that I have seen for a very long time. Why did the bell have to stop? Let's just go 10 minutes straight.
Pride rules. All right, there's the end of the round, so it was a huge strike to the head that stunned his opponent and nearly got him out of there.
Yeah, that was a big moment. A big strike lands, his opponent's on wobbly legs. That is exactly what you want to see as you're walking back to your stool. Your opponent staggering back to his corner and being hopeful that he can get it back together before the start of the next round.
All right, round two.
Beautiful kick lands.
Hook shot attempt to the head here. Instead, it's blocked by Usman. Ooh, looking to set up that head kick. And the front kick is there. Nice job by Gamebred. Well, it's been a wild fight thus far. Perhaps a contender for some bonus money at fight's end. These guys are going to have to dig deep. They're both hurt.
They're both hurt. You expected it, though. You expected a close fight. You did not expect a war like this, though, where both guys, from the moment they said fight, went forward, got each other.
Straight punches we've seen all night.
Huge straight punches, and they got hurt very bad. Oh, my goodness, what a fight.
Usman's doing a nice job protecting the eye with that block. You don't want to absorb any more damage on that cut. Just over 3 minutes to go. Well, these numbers are unofficial, but they are strong. 43 total strikes have found the mark for Jorge Gamebred Masvidal. Well, that connection rate has now dipped below 25%. 24% now, the accuracy rate against Kamaru Usman. You wonder if the offensive fighter is going to start to get frustrated here. Most, if not all, of these shots are getting blocked.
They're getting blocked because he's fighting one of the best defensive fighters in the UFC. Nice strike. It's so clear that the guy that's going forward is the guy that's successful.
So he's really starting to put together some significant body shots here. These are going to take their toll as this fight goes on. Well, that eye area is getting bloodier with every passing strike.
It's like a target, and he keeps going to it, and you see it's starting to get worse as the fight is going on.
And now his opponent in a world of trouble.
Such a sneaky head kick. He did not recognize it was coming high, and now he's got him hurt bad.
He's hurt now. Seconds now to go in the round. And now Masvidal's eye is closing up. Round three next. All right, so another round is in the books, and he's got to be going back to his stool thinking, what is it going to take to get this man out of there? He stunned him again in that round. Great round from Masvidal. All right, let's now look back at some of the action from that round. He went headhunting, landed, nearly got the finish, too.
A lot of coaches tell you don't headhunt. In this case, he's been headhunting, and he landed a big enough shot to truly put his opponent on notice.
You ready to fight? Ready.
Third round underway. Do you believe it? This next round is underway. I'm not sure his opponent knows where he is.
No, he is on Beach Street right now. He's seeing Tweety birds over the top of his head. When you take a hook like that, you are on wobbly legs.
Oh, head kick blocked, though, by Usman. And now Masvidal's nose is bleeding now. Yes, looks as though he got cut by one of those offerings from his opponent. Up here, but he is on wobbly legs.
Jab hurt him a little bit.
Well, at this point, DC, I'm not sure if he's just biding his time or just trying to get some extra reps, but go finish the guy.
It seems like the guy's playing with his food. You know, he's having a good time out there. Everything's working. He's in the zone. It feels like at any moment he can end the night of his opponent. But he seems to be having fun, and hey, to each his own, I guess. I'd be rushing out of that octagon.
Yeah, you don't play with your food.
No.
Well, he's doing a nice job here blocking these shots. Well, that swelling is getting out of control. To that end, you see the referee has paused the action, likely to call on the doctor. We'll see if this fight can continue, champ.
Well, it's so noticeable. You got to check on it. You got to make sure that this fighter is able to continue.
And it looks as though he is going to allow the fighter to continue. So a nice pop from the crowd as that decision is made. He's got to go for it now, though.
You ready to fight? Ready.
All right, so the ringside position has made his way back to... Well, he's able to get back up here, but oh, man, is he on wobbly legs. Under 2 minutes to go. Well, we may have the best cut men and women in the business.
Usman's doing a real good job with his jab right now.
Oh, head kick attempt. It is blocked by Usman.
You know, that's a big thing whenever you're blocking high kicks, man. You cannot just take the brunt of that kick on one arm. You have to get that cross arm to try and guide it.
And that'll do it. Kamaru Usman.
Oh, my goodness.
The official decision is it. Here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 3 minutes, 52 seconds of the third round. Declaring the winner by knockout and still the undisputed UFC welterweight champion of the world, Kamaru, the Nigerian Nightmare,
Usman. Wakanda forever. Congratulations to Kamaru Usman, your winner tonight by knockout. That was a no doubt.